5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're getting serious and sassy today. My sassy glasses are on. I've got my serious hat on too. It's actually a fun hat, but I'm serious in my fun hat. Not right now, but I'm gonna get there. Look, like a cute Willy Wonka. Anyway, let's chat. Is your ego a bit frag? Don't be trag, and take it out on the vag. This is a topic that really grinds my gears. It makes my uterus enraged. It makes me as red as these glasses. This happened to a friend of mine recently, which is why I want to bring it up and address this. It happens too frequently. Boys, adolescents, disguised as men, because I'm aware it's not all men. Don't get your knickers in a twist. Will gaslight women who speak their feelings or speak up for themselves, delivering a form of no, or I don't feel the same, or not interested, I don't want to continue this, it's just friends for me, I'm good. Rejection. I guess it's a type of rejection. Their egos just can't handle it. They're just like, brain does not compute, woman does not want me back. And they lose their shit. They will attack who they are as a person or how they look. Because they are unable to accept it, they'll throw it back in your face and try and gaslight you into having an emotional response, so then they can paint you as, oh, she's just a crazy bitch, or she's just an emotional woman. So then they feel better about their own ego and make you feel how they feel inside. Shit. Trag. Trag and frag. Before you come at me, don't. I'm aware women do this to men, men do it to men, and women do it to women. I've been one of those women in the past. I've been a dick because I didn't like myself. Taking my glasses off for this. Because hurt people, right? So whatever's going on inside, you're going to project that onto other people. And because I didn't like myself, I projected that onto other women and tried to unintentionally make them not like themselves, which is a dick move. This is why I think it's a requirement. It's not a nice idea to learn to like yourself and do a bit of self-work and discover what makes you happy and what makes you feel good. It's a requirement because it makes you a much better person to yourself and everybody around you. When you don't like yourself, you project that on other people and start to try and, whether you're aware about it or not, you'll bring other people down. You're being oversensitive. You're being dramatic. You're being a diva. You're just being emotional. You're on your period. That's how they speak in my head. Oh, don't be so sensitive. Like, what are you, menstruating right now? That's beside the point, whether I am or whether I'm not. You're being an imbecile. You're being an idiot. And that makes me enraged. That makes my uterus enraged. That it probably would. It would just start shedding from rage. At your idiotic behaviour. You're just being emotional. If you say, yeah, I am emotional, I love it. I love that I'm emotional. And you've loved it too when I've been there and supported you for things. What do they say then? When they just like, well, yeah, you're emotional. They have nowhere to go. Or if you're withholding emotion and not being emotional enough. You're cold, you're heartless, you're a bitch. If bitch means being honest and sticking up for myself, then yeah, call me a motherfucking bitch. A huge bitch. And if they want to go lower than that, they'll go to, you're ugly, you're fat, well, you're an ugly fat slut. You're not even that hot. So sick of it. Guys, it's so trag. Stop it. Be better. For the love of God. Situation. I'll try to do it as key point as possible. They had a fun flirty time together. They decided to explore that more. He went to stay with her up in a very nice sunny area of Australia for 2 weeks. In this time, he was not being considerate or thoughtful. In the time that she did have spare, because she was working like a badass bitch, she was working a lot and had very little spare time. When she did, she said, let's do something together. He would just make plans with every other person and expect her to slot into his plans. And so when she did have free time, he was like, oh yeah, wouldn't it be fun for you to come and watch me surf for 5 hours on the beach? Is that what you'd like to do in the time you have spare from all the work you've been doing? That's fun for you, right? No. And he was just basically using her space as his little social getaway and not actually spending any time or being considerate of her. She didn't get mad about it. She was just aware and thought, okay, I know how I felt before this person came into my space and I know how I feel now. It's different. I feel drained. I'm starting to turn it on myself and thinking, am I not worth spending time with? And then she thought, no, that's completely untrue. It's just this person is coming into my space and not uplifting me, not giving me what I want and what I need. She was even prepared to go somewhere else herself, which is a pretty big deal. Like, that's her house, her space that this person has entered and is now negatively affecting it. Was very composed, didn't put blame on him, and just said, I'm not feeling this anymore. I don't really want to pursue it. Really like it if you could just leave as soon as you can, like no pressure. If you could, you know, by tonight or tomorrow, because I'm not feeling good about this anymore. Which is totally a queen move, right? You're speaking your feelings. You're being honest about how you feel. Someone's not supporting you, not making you feel good, and she spoke up about it and said, I don't want this. It's not what I like. It's not what I need. Thank you so much. Goodbye. He launched into, I never said I didn't want to spend time with you. She said, I'm not saying that. She goes, you're free to do whatever you want, and that's so fine. It's just, I need you to do it away from me because it's not supportive of the place that I'm in right now. Right? Amazing response. And then they went and got brunch. At brunch, in a public place, he started to basically attack her and gaslight her. And for saying those things, he said, you realize you're really negative and critical. You should really work on that. What? What the fuck, man? Totally untrue. She's one of the most positive people I know. Then he went into how he was staying with a girl. Next place he was going was to stay with a girl. But don't worry, I'm not having sex with her. Number one, why is that the first thought you think of? Number two, why did he mention it? Either you're pathetic and you're trying to gaslight her into having an emotional reaction and being jealous. Or two, that's 100% what you're going to do and you're pathetic. Are you aware that what you're doing is being manipulative because you need to feel a bit wanted after someone's just told you to get out? Or are you saying exactly what your thoughts are and being an idiot, showing that you are a shallow prick? Which one is it? She was still having to process the fact that it was still disappointing to her that this situation didn't go the way that she hoped. She then had to make the decision to have a hard conversation, but an honest one, because she needed to put herself first, because this person wasn't lining up with her values and the place where she was in her life. He wasn't positively affecting her environment or her. Having that hard conversation and then having to deal with someone throw it back in your face and say, because you said something they didn't agree with or they didn't necessarily want to or like to hear, that's turned around into you're critical, you're very critical, and you're very negative. Come on. If you do have those moments where you realise, oh shit, I've been fragile and traged to them and I've been defensive so much that I've attacked them. Oh, come back down to earth. Come back down to earth, put your tail between your legs and admit it and say, oh God, I'm so sorry for that. You didn't deserve that. That was shit of me. Or even if you can't go to the person and do that, then realise, oh, I got really defensive. Be self-aware and think, oh no, I got really defensive so much to the point that I attacked. And I snapped back at the person and made it personal. I need to do better. I need to work on that. Let me address why that happened and the place that it came from. Start to be self-aware and work on it so you don't do it to somebody else. You don't do it to the next person and it doesn't go the same way. You handle it in a much more emotionally mature way, and it might be painful and hard for both parties, but you've both been mature and handled it in a completely respectful and accepting way. So one of the things that I want to say with this is that, unfortunately, because of the nature of humans, we're going to have to deal with people from time to time that have fragile egos and are still have pain and hurt that they're working on, or maybe not be working on, which is why they keep doing it. And they're going to throw it back in certain ways that can be quite triggering. So the best thing that you can do is know yourself. Know yourself. Know who you are. Know what makes you you, and own it. Sit in the throne of it. Own it. Sit in the throne of it. Should I make a song about that? Own it. Sit in the throne of it. Okay, not like that. Because you have self-respect. You have self-love. You're fulfilled. You're whole. So you know, you just know. You just know. When anyone says something that isn't true and coming from a place of hurt, you will see right through it immediately, and probably even have more compassion and understanding for them and be like, oh, I see what you're trying to do and it's not going to work. Sweetie, go do some healing. Go do some healing, sweetie, okay? Don't try and push that shit on me. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I mean though? Like when you accept yourself more, you accept others. When you're compassionate with the way that you feel and with your pain, you're compassionate with others and their pain. If you're patient with yourself, you're patient with others. It's a cycle. It's a beautiful infinite cycle. It's like an infinity thing. I can't do the figure eight. There we go. It's back and forth. What you give to yourself, you give to others. What you learn about yourself, you learn in others. It's a total like, this, all of this, knowing this helps in the world. These are my expressions. This, all of this, your inner reality, your inner world is so important for your external reality and how you treat and deal with others. The biggest power that you have comes from you. You control how you feel. You control who affects you. You control how you treat others. You control all of that. It all starts and ends with you. Ooh. Oh, that's a lot, isn't it? But it's very true. It's very true. So to sum up, men with TRAG egos, be better. Stop taking it out on women and the vag. Ladies, don't let anyone with a frag ego and their TRAG behaviour affect the way that you feel about yourself. If you do, sit back in your throne immediately because their words are not true and you're amazing. Seriously, you are. Anyway, everyone, just learn to like yourself a whole lot more because the world will be a better place where we all like ourselves and other people and treat them with genuine care, and we all get a little better at rejection. Do you imagine a world like that? Think about it. Take a second. Bing. I think that's it. Just be better. Just learn to like yourself. What makes you happy? Be happy. Do some inner work. Work on yourself. Face those inner demons. Do it. Don't have a frag ego and act TRAG and take it out on the vag. Rant over. This was a bit of a rant, wasn't it? But it's important. Important words. See you for the next time. Will it be a rant? Will it not? Who knows? Who can say? Have a nice day. Bye!